This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in a catchweight bout of 72.5 kilograms. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 1 loss. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 72.25 kilograms. Representing Isma Fighter and Team Universal Fighters, and fighting out of Dagestan, Russia. Put your hands together for Ali Abdulkhalikov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a record of 8 wins and 1 loss and 1 draw. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 72.45 kilograms. Representing Evolve Gym and fighting out of Moscow, Russia, please welcome Artur Aliev.
See him with regards to height and weight. Here we go. Both men very similar lineage and very similar styles in their mixed martial arts career. Nice movement early from Aliev. Good head movement, trying to get his head off that center line. Talking to him during fight week, he's a construction worker by day, so he's hoping to build his legacy here in Brave Combat Federation. Nice spinning back kick from the Wushu Sanda man.
Phil, that is one of the characteristic strikes in that Chinese martial art. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more of them.
Artur Aliev exhibiting a more boxing style here, has those hands nice and high, almost Tyson-esque in the way he's shifting the head, charging forward. Again, that Wushu Sanda movement's predicated on getting in and out of the danger zones quickly, isn't it, Keurig?
It is, and he spent so much time in those danger zones, has Abdulkhalikov, that he's not moving very much. He's staying just, and when I say just, I mean less than an inch away from where his opponent could hit him, and he's taking those pot shots from the outside. This is extremely high-level striking we're here. Very few fighters can pull it off.
Big shot over the top from Abdulkhalikov. Also landed a nice switch standing kick to the midsection. Don't often see that standing side kick in mixed martial arts. Stamping those kicks in, and again coming in over the top after the kick, brings the senses of his opponent down and then comes over the top with something very, very smart. Bring another kick in, has the double underhooks. Big knees landed by both men. Aliev still trying to get inside that distance and range management of Abdulkhalikov.
Artur may want to start circling around a little bit. He may want to start moving. Staying on the outside of his opponent's, just beyond his opponent's reach, isn't working that well for him.
Oh, beautiful. Just missed with the spinning back fist, but came back with a beautiful kick to the body. Utilizing range and distance management beautifully is Ali Abdulkhalikov. Closing the distance now, initiating the clinch. Still fight in that phone style if he wants to get some offense off.
Abdulkhalikov style, Sanda does everything just a little bit different. So it can be a kick and you think you know it, you think you recognize it from Muay Thai, but it is just a little different, and that is giving him an advantage right now.
He's really did a great job of just breaking the rhythm of Artur Aliev, not allowing him any time to settle into any kind of a flow. Landed another big shot. I don't think he realized just how much he hurt Artur Aliev with that shot. Wushu Sandaman now on top, landing shots to the body, but Artur Aliev trying to be active with the hips, has double underhooks here, trying to impede the movement. Ali Abdulkhalikov. Nice little elbows from the bottom is Aliev. Guard is open. That usually says it was going to be a shift of the hips. trying to create the angle and grab hold of something.
Ali Abdulkhalikov is absolutely showing a practice guard. And you see something fairly dramatic in the next 15-20 seconds. Shifting those hips just a little bit. Trying to take the measure of his opponent. Very clever elbow strikes down into the hips. Impedes the opponent's movement when you get up to standing, as like they're going to.
They're trying to get that knee shield in. Momentarily look to transition, but Abdulkhalikov very much aware of it now. Seems comfortable to sit in this position and land big shots. Right now he's forcing Aliev on the bottom to do the work. And look to push down on the knee and progress.
Be interested to see if he calls his opponent up now.
Referee may step in if there's a degree of inactivity here. I say that referee does. See if anybody can land anything definitive to finish the round. Thought about the spin and abandoned it. Very solid round for Ali Abdulkhalikov. Opened up early with those kicks. The kicks then going high. Just missed with a spin back fist, but parlay that into a beautiful kick to the body. Just as I say that, you see a beautiful replay of it slowed down a little bit so we can appreciate the nuances going on there. That's a great shot, Carrick.
Absolutely great shot. A staple of the Sanda system.
And again, I don't think Abdulkhalikov realized just how much he hurt Artur Aliev with that final shot that resulted in them going to the ground. But again, as you say, if you're in the corner of Ali Abdulkhalikov, you're going to tell him, just go out and do exactly what you did in the first round there. Close the distance with those kicks, with those long, rangy strikes. Second round, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
No ground fighting in Sandas. Abdulkhalikov spent his entire sports career right here, standing, trying to land big shots. By contrast, Artur Aliev has spent an awful lot of time on the ground. He's not doing really good right now.
In 2015, Ali Abdulkhalikov beat Joe Alvarez, the veteran fighter, becoming one of only 2 men to do so in his professional career. Using that jab to let Artur Aliev know that if he comes in, there's something waiting for him there. May try and put forward with that right hand that's loaded and ready to go. Just as you say, Carrick, Artur Aliev tries the takedown, and that's going to be a little bit demoralizing that it was shaken off so easily.
It was a little what's called naked, Phil. It was done without enough of a setup. It was a very steady forward stalking movement, and then a shot without a lot of preparation.
Spinning kicks. It's a puzzle so far that Artur Aliev has not been able to figure out. Ironically enough, the construction worker has to deconstruct the game plan of Ali Abdulkhalikov. He's having difficulty doing so right now.
Again, if you have Sanda fighters at your disposal, you can train with them and learn the nuances of this system. But if, for example, you've got MMA fighters, if you've got Taekwondo fighters, the kicks are thrown just a little differently.
It's a hard style to replicate in the gym. Not a lot of guys will fight like Ali Abdulkhalikov. That makes him a fantastic resource in the gym. Also makes him an incredibly dangerous man inside the cage. Artur Aliev trying to close the distance and again mount a little bit of his own offense. At this stage of the fight, he's bound to be a little bit frustrated with how the fight's going. I think that's potentially part of the game plan of Abdulkhalikov, is frustrate his opponent. Land his strikes, get out, don't engage in a firefight. Very, very intelligent striking.
All comes down to distance management. What you're seeing here is brilliant distance management. Brave Nation, Ali Abdulkhalikov may look like he's not doing anything out there, like he's simply standing center ring and doing nothing. That nothing could be further than the truth. He's doing a brilliant job right now of distance managing. He is managing within a way less than an inch the distance between the two of them and taking full advantage of it.
Nice stays so light on his feet. He's in and out, in and out. There's almost, you know, shades of fencing in it. Nice return kick to the body from Artur Aliev. Aliev almost mirroring his opponent a little bit, trying to stay as light as possible. Tried to set it up. Again, good defense.
Denied.
Again, good defense from Ali Abdulkhalikov. Bound to be frustrated is the corner and the fighter Artur Aliev. So far, he just doesn't have an answer to that awkward striking style of Abdulkhalikov.
Unfortunately, Phil, the answer is to train with Sandaw fighters, and there's not enough time for that right now.
90 seconds to go in the second round. What can Aliev do? He almost needs to land 3s, 4s, and 5s with the intention of the final punch being the one that lands.
Phil, when Aliev comes in with a shot, Abdulkhalikov typically slips to his outside, to his left side. He may be able to, Aliev may be able to take advantage of that by coming in with the hands and throwing a right knee. Potentially a right uppercut too, but I think that would get red.
Oh, another big spinning back fist from Abdulkhalikov. Just one of Aliev there. The spinning back fist of Aliev just came a little bit slower.
I do love the attitude though, Phil. You do it to me, I'm going to do it back to you.
It's constant little movements and fast twitch muscle fiber. Feints being thrown by Abdulkhalikov, trying to elicit that response from Artur Aliev. Constantly flowing with the jab, almost as if to say to Artur Aliev, if you try and come inside of this range, you will get hit. Beautiful counter-striking beat exhibited by Ali Abdulkhalikov. And realistically, Kirik, on the balance of play, you have to say that Ali Abdulkhalikov is up 2 rounds.
At your fighter, the guy you like, you're seeing what he does. You might not be seeing everything. So when judges make calls that I don't agree with, it often, I believe, is because they literally are seeing something different than I am.
Very much again in the corner of Ali Abdulkhalikov. The corner will be saying, just keep doing what you're doing, constantly slip out of the way, land your strikes. But if you're in the corner of Artur Aliev, like, you have to be honest with him at this stage. You have to say to him, in all likelihood, you need a finish to win this fight. But then does that give credence to being a little bit careless, a little bit sloppy, which then Ali Abdulkhalikov would take advantage of?
In Artur Aliev's corner, I would tell him the one tell that I've seen now is when you move.
Here we go, third and final round. Can Artur Aliev snatch a win from the jaws of defeat, or can the Wushu Sandaman slip and slide his way to a victory here? Nice charging forward.
Abdulkhalikov may have been told by his corner to be a little bit more aggressive. We're not seeing him play with the distance quite as much now.
Being able to turn it up in the third round does speak to incredible cardio and stamina. Artur Aliev trying to be a little bit more aggressive now. Big shot to the body, reply from Abdulkhalikov, catches the kick into the takedown. Surely this is not where Artur Aliev wants to be in the third and final round of a fight.
Didn't go very well for him the last time, not likely to go very well this time. Likely wants to get a foot in that hip, try and create some distance, try to pop up, or even wall walk or shrimp until you're up against the wall and wall walk up.
He's doing the right thing by getting side on, trying to pop on that hip, shrimp out, but Ali Abdulkhalikov showing he's got very good positional awareness, not just on his feet, but also on the ground. Squaring the hips off nicely. It almost seems as if he's trying to shift back to get against the cage, and this being a very, very big cage, there's so much further to go to find it.
It's a great point, Phil. You get taken down in a training cage in a gym, 2 shrimps and you're there. This is about 14 shrimps and you're there.
More shrimps than an Australian barbecue. Abdulkhalikov trying to stay offensive in the top position. Although it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him either if the fight was stood up.
Strangely enough, Phil, I think it's to both these fighters' advantage to stand it up. I think there's a much higher chance of the fight being ended standing than right here.
Aliev trying to get in on that Kimura grip, more so to use it to try and sweep, but Abdulkhalikov very much aware of it.
Artur Aliev got a nice little shot into the chin with his right hand. Definitely still in this fight to win it. He's looking to isolate an arm, looking to move the head to the side, trying to scoot his hips out.
Oh, big shot, swings the legs away. That was a huge shot. Now taking the back is Abdulkhalikov. Artur Aliev doing everything he can to try and get to his feet. Grounded opponent has one hand on the ground. Lifts that hand up, can be knee to the head now. No hand still down. Intelligent work, he's just throwing that hand momentarily, bringing it back down, so he's technically a grounded opponent and can't be kneed in the head in this position. More than 2 points of contact rendering him a grounded opponent. Now he's definitely a grounded opponent after being taken down.
Interesting, Phil. We've got a case where Abdulkhalikov is also very good at distance management on the ground, staying very close, avoiding any solid shots, avoiding any even submission attempts at this point.
Referee giving fighters a good amount of time to work this out on the ground. Some referees get a little bit too stir crazy and force the fighters up, but they've had a good amount of time to work on the ground here. Into the final minute of the third and final round, Carrick, and Artur Aliev just hasn't been able to mount the offense necessary to get any kind of foothold in this fight.
In the early days of the sport, Phil, when we had the likes of Lyoto Machida coming up, people just didn't understand that karate-based style for a while. Then they found some karate-based athletes, worked out with them, and they got it. But what you see right here is somebody who's simply not used to that Chinese Sanda approach to martial arts.
Closing stanzas of the round. Will Abdulkhalikov turn it up ever so slightly, land some big shots, make it definitive? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And
all right, Brave Nation, what a great battle we had inside the cage yet again. And after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-27, and your next 2 judges score the bout 30-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner.